video is all about how to start a blog in 2022. I started my blog in 2019, 2 years ago, which is crazy. I cannot believe it's been 2 years already. My blog has grown so much. It is bigger than it's ever been. It really has become my full-on 9-to-5 business. I dedicate so much of my time. It is invested into my blog's growth and development. It's gone through so many changes. It first started as a health and wellness blog, and now it's more a lifestyle blog where I talk about everything from beauty to food recipes. I have learned so much in these past 2 years about how to start a blog and what I would do the same versus what I would do differently. So in this video, I'm going to give you my 10 major tips for starting a blog in 2022 and what steps you can take in creating a plan to start your blog. Before we go any further, please make sure you click that subscribe button and tap the bell to get notifications for whenever I post. And also make sure you click that share button to share this video with family and friends. The first thing you want to do is publish your blog as soon as possible. One of those things that I would do differently is publishing my blog the second I had the idea that I wanted to start a blog. When I launched 2 years ago, I did not publish my blog right away. I felt like I needed to write content. I felt like I needed to write some blog posts before I went public and launched it. And so I spent about a month or two just putting things together and just trying to figure out what content I wanted to put on there. In my mind, I wanted to have content already available and published before announcing that I had launched a blog. That is one thing that I would totally advise against doing in 2022. If I could take it back, if I could go back and do things all over, I would have just went on and published it. The sooner you get your blog up and running, the sooner you can start allowing search engines to find you. The moment you have made up in your mind and committed to starting your blog, go ahead and press send. It doesn't have to be perfect. And this leads me to my second major tip, which is it doesn't have to be perfect. My blog has went through so many changes in 2 years. I've changed niches, I've changed themes, I've changed logos, I've changed names, I've even changed domains. Your blog is supposed to grow. It isn't going to look the same as how it did when you first started. One thing I have learned about starting a blog is it is all about trial and error for me. Don't compare yourself to others and their progress and their journey. Your journey looks different for a reason. It's a sprint, not a marathon. Just start. And then after you start, I would recommend running social media and figuring out what platforms you want to use to drive traffic and market your blog. Pinterest is a platform that I use, as well as Twitter and Instagram and Facebook to drive traffic and views to my website. Pinterest is where most bloggers get a good bit or a good majority of traffic and views and visitors to their blogs and websites. With most social media platforms, I am still trying to understand algorithms and get a better understanding from analytics of how much traffic it is driving to the blog. I will say that social media plays a part in driving traffic to the blog, but I would not focus too much on social media in the beginning. Focus on starting your blog and setting it up, but also setting it up for SEO and ranking on search engines. That is where you're going to get the bulk of your views and visitors. Yes, social media is a great way to drive traffic to your blog, but I would not just have my eggs in the social media basket. I would also recommend joining affiliate programs, reaching out to other bloggers for guest blogging opportunities. There are so many bloggers looking for other bloggers to network and collaborate on guest posts. So put yourself out there. You can also sign up for freelancing opportunities. Make sure you have a goal. With your blog, you're going to need to set and plan goals. You're going to need to figure out what you want to accomplish with your blog. So I would definitely recommend brainstorming the overall goal for your blog. Goal planning is something that I do yearly, quarterly, and monthly for the blog. I set weekly goals and daily tasks. I plan it out and then proceed with the execution. Goal planning has been the #1 way that I have been able to create, write, and publish consistent blog posts. Without planning and strategy for your blog, it is going to be hard for you to figure out what goals you truly want to accomplish. So after you've got your plans all set for your blog, the next thing I want to encourage you to do is research, and do more research. Obviously, you are already taking this bit of advice, being as though you are watching this video on how to start a blog in 2022, but research any and everything you want to know about blogging. I've taken some blogger courses to learn how to blog as a newbie, how to pitch to brands and start landing sponsored posts and partnerships and working with brands, on how to write quality blog posts and create quality content. There are so many ways for you to soak up knowledge in the field of blogging. Google and YouTube are like my #1 go-tos for anything that I want to learn how to do when it comes to blogging. I am still learning so much as I go. There's so many resources and tools to help you with starting your online blog. There's ebooks, there's webinars, so many wonderful, knowledgeable, informative coaches, business coaches out there, and social media coaches that can really help you ramp up your content and help you take your blog to the next level. So I highly recommend investing some time in doing research. Research to seek the information that you need to accomplish your goals. You also need to know your angle or your reason for blogging. Is this something that you are hoping to start making money, or is this just a hobby for you? Because there are many different ways that you can blog in 2022. You can start a blog on Instagram. You can start blogging through TikTok. There are many different outlets that you can use to create an avenue for blogging without having a .com or a domain. This tip is very helpful because for me, it helped me to see what I wanted to prioritize more as far as growth and what I wanted to accomplish, and really defining the goals that I had for my blog. I spent a lot of time last year focusing more on social media than I did my blog, and I wanted to take a step back because that really wasn't my overall focus. Social media isn't a primary focus for me. Yes, I want to utilize it, but use it as a tool to be a driving factor to my blog. You figure out your angle or your why as soon as possible, because I didn't initially have this as a focus. It was something that I learned over time. In hindsight, this would be something that I would do differently than starting a blog. You also want to own your space online. Whatever platform you use to blog, whether it's Wix, Squarespace, WordPress, Blogspot. You initially set up your blog, you are giving a .blogspot.com or squarespace.com. If at all possible, you want to go ahead and buy yourself a domain and start looking into hosting. My blog is self-hosted by WordPress. There are several others that you can check if you've chosen your platform and your hosting and got your domain settled. You got a theme. You got a nice website theme that will fit whatever aesthetic that you are trying to achieve for your blog. There are so many website themes, free website themes for you to choose from. There's also some premium ones that you can look into for a purchase. My theme has changed countless of times. Website themes are one of the easiest ways for you to achieve a professional aesthetic. You're going to invest so much time into your blog and bringing your blog's vision to life. I am always doing blog maintenance and updates. Make sure you have figured out if this is something that you can see yourself being focused and dedicated to, because it does take a lot of work, time, and commitment into seeing it through and reaching the goals that you've set Because writing has been something that I have been passionate about for so long. I have been determined to figure out blogging strategies and systems in order to stay consistent with writing and blogging. When it comes to investing your time and money, you want to make sure this is something that you can say that you will be fully committed to from beginning to end. This final tip just brings it on back home. Write your blog posts ASAP. Figure out how many times you will write and publish within a week. Everyone's writing schedule is different and unique to their daily life. One of the questions that I hear often is how often should you publish a blog post? I publish a blog post once a week, and that is the ideal schedule for me right now. I am starting to get more into batch writing and writing multiple posts at one time and then scheduling them to be published later. Something that I look to start doing in the future. If you are able to start batch writing, then I would recommend you go for it as soon as possible. Figure out how often and how soon you'll be writing. Your readers and your target audience are going to want to know when to expect more posts from you in the future. If you're able to write 2 posts a week, do 2 posts a week. If you're able to write more than 2, then do that. If you need help with figuring out what to write about or discovering your niche and getting blog topic ideas, I have a blog post where I go into great detail about how you can discover your blog niche and giving you ideas for blog posts to help get started with writing your first or your next post. If you need help with planning out your blog posts and figuring out what to write after you've gotten your blog topic idea, I show you how you can get organized with blog post planning, and I have this wonderful digital template that helps you create blog post outlines that help you write thought-flowing, entertaining, and informative blog posts that readers will enjoy. I have so many more tips that I can share when it comes to blogging. You can join my On the Blogging Tips Summit, where I am sharing additional tips for bloggers looking to start a blog in 2022. I will be sharing additional tips and tidbits that you do not see there. So I will include the link in the description box where you can sign up to get those tips for free. Also, you can visit my blog, lifestylewithkris.com, to check out more blog posts to help you start your blog in 2022. So be sure you check out my website for that. If you want to learn a cool way to plan out your blog posts using digital planner templates, I will also include the link for you to check those out. That is all the time that I have for today's video. If you enjoy watching this video, please be sure to hit the thumbs up. If you have made it to the end of this video and you have not done so already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button to subscribe to my channel and get more videos such as this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment if you found these tips helpful, or if you have a question about any of the tips, or if you have a question about starting a blog in 2022 that I have not answered, leave me a comment below.